We got the Wolfman back here on the program, Bobby Moffett, who's going to be making his UFC debut against Chas Skelly at UFC Fight Night 139 in Denver on November 10th. Bobby, what's going on, man? How are you?
Going good, man. Just another Saturday, ready to spar.
Yeah, I hear we were talking a bit off air about that. That's the big day today is the sparring day. I imagine Sunday is probably the recovery day then if you have sparring on Saturday?
I don't really have too many days that I take off, honestly. I work Sundays, and my job is like I teach cardio kickboxing classes at this other gym. So I pretty much do workouts then. And it's a good recovery because I'm still being active and stuff, and it's not going as hard, but I don't really have too many days off.
Okay, fair enough. You and I talked after you won on Contender Series and got that UFC contract. When did you find out about this fight? Because it seems like there's been a bit of notice for this matchup. You've had like a regular training camp.
Yeah, no, I've known about this fight for maybe 2 weeks after my last fight. I found out about this fight. I was actually out in Rhode Island visiting my sister, and when I was flying back to Arizona, that's when my manager Rick hit me up. Was like, "Hey, we got a fight, Chas Skelly," and I was like, "Let's do this." So yeah. I've known for quite some time now.
That's good. Now, was Chas someone you had on your radar even before signing with the UFC? Like, I'm sure you were kind of taking a look at the division.
No, I didn't look too much at the division. I know my manager was like, "Hey," after I got signed, he was like, "Maybe you should take a look and see if there's anybody out there that you are interested in, particularly." But I didn't think too much about it. I knew that I got a fight. It was going to be a tough person. Either way, they're all UFC fighters. So I was just looking forward to getting that first one in there.
You mentioned your manager, Rick Guerrero, Leon. Your management group, the fighters have just been on a roll lately. We had Dom Reyes last weekend. I know we've had some other big wins recently, yeah. Curtis Blades in particular. How does it feel to kind of carry the torch for the lighter weight classes? Because most of the guys that Rick manages are sort of in the heavier weight classes. You're kind of one of the, the guys representing the lighter weight classes.
Yeah, I remember I told Rick, I said, "Rick, you got all these heavier weights in there. I want to be the first guy of the lighter weights to get in, and I got to do that. I told him I was going to do it, and we're here now. So I feel I'm pretty happy about being what I said I was going to do, and he's just he has a great eye for talent, and he knows exactly what positions to put us in to make sure that we succeed to the top of our ability, So,
yeah, and I think one of the other cool things about him is he's kind of behind the scenes. Like, I met him last year, but I mean, I think for the longest time, a lot of people don't really know who he is. Do you like that, not having to worry about that? Because we see some other managers, they kind of put themselves out there and kind of make it about them a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I love how Rick manages us. So I mean, if that's considered behind the scenes, then that's how I like it, He doesn't need to be, the face or anything. I don't feel like he thinks he needs to be out there and put himself out there and get famous off of us or anything. So I know he puts the fighters first. So that's the most important thing.
Let's talk about Chas Skelly, 17-3 record, trains at a good camp in Florida at Hard Knocks. How do you feel like you match up against him?
I think this is a good matchup for me. Him and I have a similar style, We're both sorry, dog kind of just attacked my phone. Similar style, he's a wrestler and he likes to grind on people and then eventually submit them or TKO and stuff. And but I don't think he's at a gym with good striking now, but I don't think his striking is that impressive. And all around, I'm a better grappler than he is. So I think he gets tired in his fights. I'm expecting him to be at the best condition that he could possibly be and the best Chas Skelly that there can be, So I'm expecting the hardest fight out of him. But I know that there are some things that he does specifically that I think I'm better than him. And it's a good matchup for me.
And you mentioned it there that you're preparing for the best Chas Skelly, the best version of him, but he hasn't fought in a while. May 2017 was the last time he fought, and that was a fight that he got finished in. Do you feel like that's going to play a role in this fight at all?
No, I don't want to judge him off of last fight. You know, I feel like if you obviously that's the last time you saw him, and it was a year ago. But he's been taking a year to get better. You know, that's all I can think of. You know, he took a year off because he needed to get a lot better, change up his style or something. You know, so I'm expecting him to come out maybe with something different and come at me extra hard. You know, because his last fight he lost, and it's been a year off. I know when I've had time off, I've always come out hard. You know, and I'm expecting him to do that.
And of course, you come from a great camp as well at the MMA Lab. A lot of positive things happening there, especially last weekend. We had Scott Holtzman getting that impressive win. Who have been some of the guys you've been working with for this camp? Is it just the same guys, Jakar Close, Holtzman, guys like that?
Yeah, it's always the same. It's usually the same guys. You know, we have a couple. We have some high-level D1 wrestlers in the gym, and I've been working with them. You know, because expecting Chas to go for the takedown. You know, so I'm working with some really good wrestlers, and then obviously guys who fight kind of like awkwardly striking wise, you know, because Chas isn't. He kind of throws crazy stuff at you sometimes. You know, he'll run at you, jump knees and jump kicks, stuff like that, and just try and grab you. So I'm going with people that throw some weird stuff too.
Gotcha. Yeah, some unorthodox fighters, I guess is sort of the best way to put it. How about the weight cut? Last time we talked, you were eating, I think it was pho, or what were you eating last time? It was you and Jakar.
Pho, sorry. Jakar and I were eating pho, yeah.
That's right, sorry. I don't know why I said that wrong, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Fair enough. I was going to say, you can't have any of that during camp, though. I imagine the cut's going well?
No, I can't eat any of that. But no, the cut's going great right now. And as usual, you know, I've had to do, was it like four cuts this year so far, and I'm looking forward to the fifth one. You know.
Yeah. How about who's going to be in the cage with you that night? Who's going to be in your corner?
I'm going to have John Crouch and Ben Henderson and our striking coach Eddie Cha.
And how do you see this fight playing out on the 10th? I mean, you're going to get the win, otherwise you wouldn't have taken the fight. But how do you see it unfolding?
Exactly. I see. He's going to come out hard in the first round. It's going to be a really hard round. I think he's going to come out kind of strong. And near the second half of the first round, I'm going to start taking advantage of his pressure and stuff. And I think I'm going to win the small moments. That's the biggest thing in this fight. And then the second round, he's going to be a little bit winded. I think he tires in the second round. And we're going to be in Denver, so it's going to be even worse. And then I'm going to start. Sorry. Then I'm going to start.
No worries. You got some dog wars going on.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Then I'm going to start picking him apart, I think. I think I'm a better striker than he is, and I have better grappling than he does. So even on the ground, I think I have the advantage. So I think second round, I'm going to finish him.
What's next for you after this fight? Not looking past Chas, of course, but this fight's in November. I imagine you want to enjoy the holidays a bit and then come back next year. I mean, if you come out healthy, are you looking for something in early, 2019 or maybe sort of closer to the spring?
I just want to tear through everybody in the division. So if everything goes well and I come out healthy and I can take another fight before the end of the year, then I would do it. Because I want to get my name out there. I want to be the best fighter in the world. So if I could get another fight before the end of the year or something short notice or they schedule me for the 29th or something, December, then I'd do it, I just want to get back in there as soon as possible and keep the ball rolling.
What is the Wolfman dressing up as for Halloween this year?
Well, obviously I'm going to dress up as the Wolfman at least once. I teach kids at the gym, so we do like a trunk or treat where the kids come in and we give them candy and stuff. So I'll definitely be dressed up as the Wolfman then. Hey, stop. And then but I haven't figured out what I'm going to do after that. I think Halloween I'll probably end up being a Spartan, maybe. I don't know. Something not too crazy, but I'll definitely be at least one Wolfman.
That's good. We need more Wolfman in our lives for sure. What are you watching on Netflix? Any TV getting you through training camp right now?
No, I got a PS4, so I've been playing video games
Oh,
now.
nice. What are you playing? Are you a Fortnite guy, or what are you playing these days?
I only play Fortnite because I have a whole bunch of friends that play it, so I'm not too good at it. My friends, they get online and they play it, and I'll play with them. But I played the Spider-Man game. That didn't take too long to beat. So then I really liked The Last of Us. That was a cool game, like an old couple of years ago. So I replayed that because I played it on PS3 once. And then I guess I just play Fortnite online. And then other than that, I always watch Forensic Files. That's like my favorite thing.
Cool. Good stuff. Well, we're looking forward to this fight. It's a UFC Fight Night 139 coming up here November 10th. Bobby, always a pleasure, and always appreciate the cameos from your dogs. Just remind people where they can get a hold of you on social media, and if you have any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours, man.
Yeah, just follow me, Bobby _the Wolfman, WLFMN. And, thanks to the MMA Lab, Rick Monteleone, my management company, and my chiropractor, Scott Mitchell. He's been cracking my back, making me feel good. So that's about it. Follow me. Instagram and Twitter is the same handle.